Hi, and welcome to part 6, week 6 of my daily weekly vlog. A lot happened today. I got a lot to share. I'm only going to share a little bit and come back and maybe share some more tomorrow. Anyway, because it's late, I'm tired, I want to eat, probably listen to my nightly podcast and eat a snack. I got a peach and go to sleep. Anyway, this morning a woman walked up to my car. She worked and apparently drove one of those like white vans, like a ProMaster. Well, that's what it was, a Dodge Ram ProMaster. Anyway, I don't know exactly what she did. She never really, or who she worked for, she never really said. But anyway, she walked up to my car, asked me if I was homeless. I told her no. She asked me, to begin with, she said, oh, okay, well, I was going to ask you if you wanted to have breakfast, if you were, whatever. And so, okay, she left for, and then she came back a little bit later. I was still in the car, wasn't long, maybe 10 minutes. And she asked me if I wanted to have breakfast with her, so I said, okay. And she paid for my breakfast. It was cool. We talked for a long time. We probably talked for 3 or 4 hours. We talked about a lot of stuff, everything. She did want to talk to me about religion, Jesus, that kind of thing. Anyway, so finally, I guess she finally had to get back on the road. She's from Chicago. I'm in Nebraska. And she was headed back to Chicago. Anyway, so that's pretty much been my day. I didn't get started until like 7 o'clock because we talked, we ate. It was at a TA truck stop, Country Pride. I didn't particularly like the Country Pride. The pancakes were not that great. I asked for egg white omelet. They brought me a whole egg omelet. That kind of bothered my stomach later in the day. I didn't complain. I didn't have to pay for it. So, I mean, if I'd have been otherwise, I would have sent it back. But anyway, I didn't complain. I just didn't want to anyway. Didn't know I'd be talking to her that long. Ended up being a long visit or chat or whatever you want to call it. She asked me a lot of questions. We talked about a lot of different stuff. Anyway, finally, she had to hit the road. I went into the truck stop, changed clothes. Anyway, the light just went out. Anyway, I went in, changed clothes, and then came back out. I hit the road. I drove down Nebraska Highway 2 from basically Grand Island to Broken Bow. Then I had to drive another 70 miles to get up here. I looked for some campgrounds. I couldn't find any. So I just drove back up here. Anyway, now I'm trying to map to find out, I'm almost, I'd say I'm about done with Nebraska and Iowa. Anyway, I'm here. I'm going to listen to a podcast, eat a little snack, and go to sleep. And today is, like I said, number 6, day 1. I will be back with you tomorrow. Hi, this is week 6, day 2 of my daily weekly vlog. The light just went out. I'm not going to turn it back on. My eyes are kind of burning. Anyway, I think I did one. I'm not sure I did one yesterday. Well, I'm not sure I've already started this. I think it's just week 6. Anyway, so again, this is week 6 of my daily vlog. I didn't do one yesterday. Anyway, today was very busy. I covered quite a bit of ground. I am on Nebraska Highway 2, the Sandhills Byway. This morning I woke up fairly early, about 8 o'clock. So I got started earlier, of course. I actually got out about 11:30, so I didn't get started quite as early as I would have liked. But anyway, a much earlier start than yesterday or the day before. But anyway, so that's pretty much it. I traveled. I went from 9 miles west of Broken Bow. Well, actually, I drove about 75 miles from Broken Bow to North Platte last night to find a place to stop because there simply wasn't a place. And then after I got there this morning, I thought about it, and I was like, I don't know why I didn't stay. There was a little place called Trotters, and it more or less was a truck stop, and I don't know why they closed at like midnight, I believe, but I don't know why I didn't stay, because they reopened again at 4 a.m., so there was only like a 4-hour window where they were actually closed. So I could just, afterwards I was like, I could just kick my butt for that. But anyway, I didn't, and I covered roughly, I'm very tired today, I covered roughly 241 miles today, or roughly 240 miles, maybe a little more. Anyway, I made a lot of stops. I left North Platte. One of my first stops going down Nebraska Highway 92 was Arnold, and I stopped there, walked around, did some video downtown. I've already pulled that video together. Then I went into the little grocery store. I got myself some crackers, some Triscuits, a Mountain Dew to wake me up. I was falling asleep. Let's see, what else? Saw a cow today, open range. I did not know that. I don't think they do open range in Nebraska, or at least I haven't seen any. I know they do open range cattle. They do open range cattle in Wyoming. Anyway, ultimately my destination was Alliance. I am now there. Let's see, I stopped in Arnold. I stopped in another town called Halsey. I stopped at Nebraska National Forest and Grasslands. Very hot today. It was probably 95 degrees. I think yesterday was 99 degrees. Today was, I think, supposed to be 95. I think tomorrow or the next day is supposed to be 102. Anyway, tomorrow, my next stop is going to be Carhenge tomorrow. That is supposed to be like Stonehenge, but it's made out of automobiles. After Carhenge, I'm headed to Deadwood, South Dakota. I would like to hit the Mount Moriah Cemetery, where Wild Bill Hickok and some other Western people are buried. Yesterday, I did not get started till late. A woman walked up to me, asked me if I was homeless. I told her no, I'm not, which I'm not. But anyway, she asked me she said, if you were, I was going to offer you breakfast. Anyway, I went, well, I'm not. So she left. She came back a little bit later, and she said, well, would you like to have breakfast anyway? And I said, well, okay. I was at a TA. There was a Country Pride restaurant there. Anyway, I accepted her offer. Very nice. That was super nice of her. Pancakes weren't that good. Omelet was not bad. Omelet was pretty good, but pancakes weren't that good, but I couldn't eat all of it. I don't usually eat anything in the earlier in the day. We actually sat there and talked for 4 hours. We talked about a lot of different stuff. She asked me a lot of different questions. It was just, we just shared a lot of information. She did also want to talk about Jesus and God and stuff of that nature. And some of what she said I don't agree with, but I am not going to get into a debate with someone that I don't know over religion. I'm not going to do that. Anyway, let's see. I talked to my ex-husband today is Saturday. I talked to him on Thursday morning, but I didn't manage to talk to him again Thursday night. I had to go to Walmart and pick up some tires. I may have shared that in the last vlog, I'm not sure, but anyway, I had to get some tires, so I didn't get to talk to him on Thursday night. Yesterday morning, yesterday morning I didn't get to call because, I was in there talking to the woman, her name's Tammy, a very nice person. Anyway, bought me breakfast, but anyway, I didn't get to call the hospital and talk to my ex-husband, and I didn't think they'd let him out. But Nancy, that's Ralph, the 97-year-old man that my ex-husband takes care of, his daughter called to let me know that he'd been let out of the hospital. He was discharged, and he was discharged yesterday with some kind of something, I guess, to take the drainage or something. And they also sent him home with home health care that's going to come, I guess, every other day. I also found out, though, that he did not, and this is not good. This is not good at all. He did not pick up his insulin. The doctor also prescribed metformin, and he got that, and he didn't pick up his blood pressure medicine. but most important, insulin, he did not pick it up. Anyway, he didn't pick it up. So I'm definitely worried about him in that respect, but I can't. It's like a friend told me. She said you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. The insulin was very expensive. It was $350, and at the pharmacy that they called it into, I called the pharmacy. They told me to check out a Walmart and maybe a couple other places, see, and I haven't yet done that because I want to run it through some of the discount cards and see if it brings it down any. The friend, Ralph's daughter, told me that she thinks that my ex-husband thinks that all he has to do is cut out sugar and that'll be the end of the problem. My arm is hurting. So I'm going to get off of here. I'll talk more about that later. Anyway, I'm here. I went into this place. It's a 24-hour stop. I got myself 2 waters. I added some Kool-Aid, some of those little Kool-Aid water enhancer, strawberry. It's not that great. I added too much to the first bottle. And anyway, I added 1 squirt. That wasn't quite enough. It's a 33-ounce bottle, both bottles. I added 1 squirt, wasn't enough, so I added a little bit more, and that's okay. It's not bad. The first one, though, is too strong. I'm not real hip on that. I'm going to have to buy some more water and add some to it. Anyway, like I said, I am worried about my ex-husband, but there's nothing I can do. I definitely worried, but I don't know what I can do. Anyway, I'm here. I'm hungry and I need to eat, so I'm going to eat, watch maybe an episode of Hunter, and then that's going to be it. And I will be back tomorrow. And again, this was day 2, basically day 1 and 2. So I'll be back tomorrow. Well, it looks like that I did share the information yesterday. I did do an intro video yesterday on week 6. And did talk about the woman coming up to my car, but I didn't share a lot of information. And I certainly didn't share any information about my ex-husband. I think probably because I didn't know about it yet. And again, I am very worried, but I don't know what I can do, and I know he's concerned. The price point, it's very expensive. It was for 3 months, but it is very expensive. And I know that was a factor in him getting it. He did get the metformin, but I know that is a factor. And of course I worry because, if he doesn't take the insulin, it leads to, I forget, ketoacidosis or something, DKA they call it, something. It's not good. I know that it can lead to, blindness, losing limbs, renal failure, heart attack, stroke. It's just so much, and death. But I know he was told Nancy, Ralph's daughter, that he was having, his eyes were blurry, and that's definitely effect of the diabetes. I will say this. I am very tired. I will say this. The staph infection may be making his sugar higher. Probably is. He didn't complain of blurry eyes before, but he was excessively thirsty. I figured the diabetes was getting worse. I tried to talk to him about it, but he really didn't want to listen. And that's another thing. He does not want to listen. I wish he would, but he won't. And I tried to tell him what he needs to do, and, he just gets upset. He does not want to hear it, at least not from me, so there's little I can do. Ralph's daughter, Nancy, did want to know if I was on my way back, and quite truthfully, well, number one, I've got all this other stuff I'm doing, but I do still have work. Now, granted, I didn't work today. Today's Saturday, but I do have work. Anyway, not just, I have the real estate, but I have other work as well. work. And that is some, and anyway, this last trip out, I've had to look at some commercial property, but anyway, that's another story. I'm not going to talk about that now. And number one, my ex-husband is a grown man. He has to learn to take care of himself. He knows that if he doesn't take his insulin, that he's going to get sick. He could die. I'm sure the doctor explained all this. If he doesn't take his blood pressure medicine, he could end up with a heart attack or stroke. I'm sure the doctors explained all that. And there's not a whole lot I can do. I do know that he probably does need help. I agree with that. Pretty much everybody on the forum where I posted it all said the same thing, that they absolutely discouraged me from leaving. I mean, I must have gotten 300 responses to that post that I made on the forum. In fact, there were so many responses that the moderator finally closed commenting on it, because there's just so many. And of course everyone's telling me what I need to do. Of course everyone can play armchair quarterback, telling me to move out of the house, yada yada. And there's a lot going on with the court system, a lot of stuff going on I can't. And I do want to talk about that later. In fact, I'm to be honest, I'm getting pretty tired of keeping quiet about this. And eventually I am going to talk about this. I can't, of course, tell you the name of the person that got it all started or anything. I can't tell you his friend. I can't tell you the police, and they're crooked. They're dirty and they're crooked, but I can't put their names in there. The church, it's all combined. There's a lot of people involved, and I'm not going to give names or do any of that, but I will come and talk back and talk about it. Just not right now. Anyway, that said, I'm very tired. I need to eat. And as far as me going back, I know that my ex-husband to some degree does need help, but I can't force him to do what the doctor says. I can't force him to buy the medicine. I can't force him to take it. I don't have the means to, and if he feels like he doesn't have the money to do it, it's not my place to buy it. I don't have the money to buy it. And that was something else. This person, Nancy, she wanted to know, for some reason people think it's my responsibility to take care of my ex-husband, supply him with money, do all this stuff, and it's not. He's my ex. And even, we're not married, we're not married. It's not my place to give him a phone, pay for his medicine, pay for the bills in the house. And I'm pretty much paying all that anyway, and I'm not complaining about that. If I did, we do share the house, but I know that I've been told there's a lot that I could do to maybe force him out. And and if I did that, he'd be homeless and living in a tent somewhere, and I'm not. So, haven't went that far, and I'm not going to go that route. I'm not there most of the time anyway with work, and I don't mind not being there. But anyway, but people think that it's my place to pay for everything, make him do and I can somehow make him do, and I can't. I can't do that. I can lead the horse to water, as a friend said, but I can't make the horse drink. And everyone, my mother, I went through it with my mom. Everyone thought that I could force my mother to do better. I could force her to stop smoking. I could force her to, I could force the doctors to do stuff. Everyone thought that somehow or another I was a miracle worker, and apparently they thought I was some kind of little god that had powers that beyond the powers of everyone else. I don't know why people think that, because I'm not. I am not some little god, and I don't have powers beyond normal people, but people somehow thought I did. People somehow still think I do, obviously. But anyway, I'm not going to go off on a long rant. This is going to be end up being a pretty long video. Anyway, that said, I'm going to end for tonight, and I'll be back tomorrow. Okay, this particular daily weekly vlog is going to end up being about 21 minutes, so I'm going to wrap this one, and the next one I do will be part 6.5. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this. I've had a busy day. Yesterday was the day before yesterday was busy. I had to take my car in, get the tires. Yesterday was very busy. Spent 4 hours with that woman that bought my breakfast. Today I drove about 240 miles, made a lot of stops, and it was a very good day. So anyway, I'm going to end the video now. I'm at my last stop. I need to eat. I'm going to watch some TV. And anyway, I will be back with you in the next vlog. And I hope everyone has a good week. God bless. Peace.